And we are live. Yes, we are live. We running a few minutes late, but that's all right. We are live. We made it. Good afternoon. Good Friday afternoon, y'all. It's Friday. It's Freedom Friday, but I think every day is Freedom Day anyway. So we are on another author spotlight episode. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. Yes, we running a little bit late, but it's okay. Come on in the room. Pull up a seat, join us, bring some friends, tag some folks, and come on in and let's have a good conversation. So, my name is Angela M. Mitchell, and I am the Director of Marketing and Advertising here at Victoria Shoe Press. And we're doing another Author Spotlight interview. I say interview. That's what we got going on. So, today we are interviewing best-selling author and vocalist, honey. I love to say that. I'm vocalist. Miss Shumon Hudson. I am so glad to bring her up again. You know, everybody pull up a seat and we're going to be calm and we're going to kick it. It always says Joan. Because I'm looking on there. I forgot I'm on here under Joan. So it says Joan is live. But I'm Joan today, y'all. So y'all probably looking for Joan. Like, where's Joan? But you got me. But anyway, again, good afternoon and welcome to another Author Spotlight. I'm going to bring up our guest today and we're going to get into this wonderful conversation. My light looks a little terrible, but we're going to make it do what it do, y'all. We're going to make it do what it do, baby. So coming to the stage, I know I love to say that too, so I'm going to bring her to the stage. Welcome, Miss Shumon.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday.
Yes, happy Friday.
I'll own it. It was my fault that I was late, honey, but life happens. And so we just have to go with it. You know, so we're not going to put that on Angela and Joan because they do great work. It was me. It was me.
It's all right. Listen, we here, girl. We made it. And you know what? Everything is as it should be. You are here right on time. You're here right on time. We started right on time because this is what time it is, right? Absolutely. So welcome. I like that shirt. I am Shumon, and I need to get me something like that.
I am all the things, as my kids say, all the things.
I love it. Well, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Well, thank you so much. So I am Shumon. I am a native Charlottean, here born and raised in Charlotte, North Carolina. Not many of us still exist. They call us unicorns here, even in our own city. I am a daughter. I am a sister. I am a wife. I am a mother. I'm a best-selling author 2 times with Amazon. Mm-hmm. I'm a motivational speaker because I do like to encourage our people and encourage our young people. And I'm a vocalist, have been singing for a number of years, which I truly enjoy. I actually have a wedding to sing in this weekend, but so I stay busy. But I am all these things, and that's how I came up with I am Shumon, because I am not just one thing. I encompass all of these things. I enjoy all of these things. All of these things make me who I am as a person.
That's right. And I love it. I love it. You, when we had the conversation the other day, I was really excited to get to have a chance to talk to you because you are doing amazing things. When you were telling me about your book and raising your sons and things, that just sent chills through my spine because it's such an amazing endeavor to take on. Raising kids, period, but raising our boys is something. Raising our boys, raising Black boys, is difficult a lot of times, right? In the times that we live in. And so that is what the title of your book. Could you tell me what the title of your book is again?
Sure. It's called Raising Kings. It's a mom's guide to raising boys to young men. I've actually had a few men read it and said, hey, I got some tips from it too in raising, my son, but I'm a mom, and I had to write that book from my perspective. I talk about the challenges that I faced because there is not a book, there's not a manual, there's not anything that says this is how you do it. And there's not one foolproof way. You have to do the way that works best for you and your children because every person is different. And but I shared some of the struggles that I had and some of the successes that I've had as well. For me, the most exciting part of this book was the very last chapter was written by my sons. They all wrote the last chapter from their perspective, what they've learned, some of the most valuable tools that they learned over the years that have made them the successful young men that they are today, things that they probably hated doing when they were children, but they find themselves doing more so now. So I'm grateful that some of the things that they were taught did stay, and that they're doing those things, and it's been beneficial to them. So for me, just hearing their stories, every time I read that last chapter, even though I've read it a few times, I cry.
That's amazing.
Because you think, okay, as a mom, am I doing enough? And is what I'm doing helpful for them? Am I, am I enough? And at any mom at some stage, you question, am I doing enough as a mom, as a parent? And for them to come back and tell you, yes, you're doing more than enough, or, it's prepped me for who I am today. My middle son sent me a text maybe about 6 months ago, and he said, and I'm gonna tell y'all now, it broke me down. Oh my gosh, it broke me down. It was very simple. Yeah. Thank you for making me a man, Mama. I love you. I lost all my marbles, y'all. I think I cried for about an hour.
I bet. Oh man. And a lot of times, and we hear this, I know I've heard it a lot of times, because I was a single mom with 2 boys. Well, they're grown now, but a lot of times we often hear, a woman can't raise a man, a woman can't teach a boy how to be a man, and I think, I just think that's that narrative is detrimental. You know what I'm saying? I think that's detrimental, because I don't think that's true. We may not be able to do it how men do it, but we're not supposed to, right? That's not what we're supposed to do anyway. And I think what you said is a testament. I mean, I bet you did cry for a while,
Oh my gosh.
Just a testament.
And I don't discredit having a male figure, mentor, some type of, manly influence in their lives by any means. Right. Like, I don't discredit that. I don't think that that's not necessary by any means. However, every mom does not necessarily have that. Right. Of course, the reality, we all think, okay, we're gonna get married, or our children's fathers are gonna be a standard in their life, and that's not everyone's story. Right. I am grateful for my dad. I'm grateful for my brother. When there were things that I didn't understand about what to tell them, that they were there to do that. I am forever grateful for my husband. Once we, were married, and he stepped in to, continue to help me, in raising them. But, as a mom, there are certain things you're going to teach them as a mom because you're a woman. And there are certain things that a man is going to teach them because, they're a man. And that's right. Both of those things are important. But I think that as a mom, if you are strong and the type of man you like to see in the community, in the household, in the church, then you do have something that you're working toward as you're rearing and raising them.
Absolutely. I never thought of it that way. You made a valid point, right? The type of man you want to see in the community. You know what I mean? The type of man that you want to interact with, the type of man that you want your daughters and your sons, your daughters to interact with, your sons to make friends with, or whatever the case may be. So I never really thought about it like that. You know what I mean?
Someone made a comment on Facebook the other day, and they said, the dating pool has pee in it. Right? So I laughed, right? But I also said, okay, well then, boy moms, we have a responsibility. Yeah. That was it. And that was all. Yeah. We have a responsibility. For women to have that feeling, there are some things that we, once they leave the nest, you can't really control what they do. Right. However, for most people, they don't leave from the foundation.
That's right.
The foundation has been built. It's been set. There are certain things that they will carry on and certain things that they won't, but it's been ingrained in them. Right. And so as boy moms, and a lot of people have said, oh, I needed this book years ago, when my sons were younger. Oh, trust me, baby. It's still some things you can learn. Just because they're gone out of your nest, they're not finished learning. They're still learning. They're still growing. And even in the book, there's a chapter in here that says, mom's perspective or woman's perspective, you choose. So as I'm talking with my sons, I'm going to give you two perspectives. I'm going to give you a perspective as a mom.
Right.
And then I'm going to give you a perspective as a woman, because I was a woman before I was a mom.
That's right.
And then you get to decide at this stage what you take from that, if you take any of it from that when you make your decision. If you're going to bring it to him, I'm going to give it to you from both sides. And it's going to be blunt, and it's going to be raw, and it's going to be straight to the point.
The way you need it. The way you need it.
Not going to sugarcoat anything.
That's right. That's right. Enough sugarcoating anyway, you know. I think, you know, that's another thing sometimes as moms, as boy moms, you know, we want to protect our sons. We want to hold on to them tight. You know what I mean? You ain't good enough for my son, and, you know, that type of deal. But I think we hinder them sometimes more than we help. You know what I'm saying? I think we do a disservice to them by holding on so tightly and not giving them the opportunity to fly, or not giving them, you know, the opportunity to be the men that you raised them to be. You know what I mean? So like they say, the dating pool, you know, I don't know what's in it, but
I've heard someone say that we raise our girls and love our boys, right?
Mm.
And when I heard that, it made me stop and think. And I said, you know what? That is so true. The girls are raised to be, you know, independent and to learn this skill and that skill. And so many of our young boys, we cuddle them, we cod them, we shield them from so many different things to where we handicap them.
Yeah, I agree.
And then they get out there and they don't know how to do anything. You know, when my sons went off to college, and they would tell me how many people they knew that didn't know how to do their laundry. And I was like, at 18, like, what are we doing here? They were like, oh, I'm just gonna wait till I go home on break, and I'm gonna take all my laundry for your mama to do.
And then when they get older, though, and then who in turn becomes the mama?
The wife or the girlfriend, your significant other, whoever that is. It becomes they become that person, and then you burn that person out because you need to have some independence about yourself.
That's right. That's right. Wow. I don't know, when you look at it from such different, you know, I'm looking at it from such different perspectives. And like I said, it was rough as a mom raising kids, period, raising boys. But as you know, I really do notice, like you said, we raised our daughters. I have one daughter and two sons, and you're right. We raised our daughters. I taught my daughter different skills, and you know what I mean, differently than I did with my sons. You know, I didn't think. I mean, they can wash dishes, they can do clothes, they can do all of that. You know what I mean? But I didn't think of it. I think part of the problem, though, I was 17 years old, of course, when I had my first child. But I don't know. It's a different perspective now. Raising men that we want to date, that we want to put in this pool, right? So yeah, somebody else's daughter don't have to worry about this tainted dating pool.
Yeah, because even now, you know, even with one of my sons who's dating this young lady, and someone said, oh, you think there's no one good enough for your son. I said, I never said that, never had, and I never will. But every one of my sons, I am encouraged, and I believe that God will send them the right woman that they can love and treat well, and be the man that they've been, you know, raised to be. You know, but in the same token, if they bring somebody for me to meet, and they really don't do that very often, it's like, if I'm not serious, I'm not bringing them to mama, because they won't make it. But I'm asking questions because I know the young men that I raised, and now I want to know, you know, young lady, I know my sons bring a lot to the table. What are you bringing to the table? You know, my sons, they are the table. So because they've been raised to be that. They've been raised to be that stability. They've been raised to be men. They've been raised to, you know, do those, you know, handle those things. They've been they've been taught to be in touch with their emotions and not be afraid of that. You know, they've been all the things, as I was saying in the beginning, all the things. So the woman for them, I would love for them to be able to respect that, someone that they can grow with, that someone they have goals with, you know, someone that, you know, really can be the right woman for them. I want them all to be husbands and have wives, and I want them to be happy and in love. And don't get me wrong, I want daughter-in-laws.
Of course, but like you said, your sons are the table, and they need to be able to match that. I think whomever you get with, no matter who it is, you should be able to match whatever is going on. Match that energy, match that drive. I don't care if you match what they have on that table. That's not what I'm saying. But you should still match the drive, match the ambition. You know what I'm saying? Match the values, because obviously it's instill values, in your sons, and those are things that they look for, and they look for in women. And like I said, our Black boys need so much. It's different. I don't care what anybody says. It's different when you raise them. It's a different dynamic. You know what I mean? It's a whole different dynamic. Right. And I just think it's amazing. I think it's amazing for your kids to come back and say, Ma, thank you.
Yeah. Listen, some of the conversations that we have now, like even when they were a little younger, kind of in their teen years, and they would come and talk to me about any, things. And I always created an open atmosphere for them to come and talk to me. I didn't ever want them to say, ooh, something happened, I'm scared to tell mom. I wanted them, ooh, something happened, I need to tell mom, right? I wanted that type of an environment. And there were times we would have conversations and they would be talking and I'd be like, ooh, you do realize you're talking to your mama, right? Are you really are you really telling me this, right? But you try to keep a straight face because it's like, I want them to stop coming, right? And talking to me. There are times I had to stretch my eyes and like, ooh, clutch my pearls.
Wait a minute now, hold on. You was clutching your pearls for a minute. Hold on now.
But it's our young men need that. They need someone that they can talk to in a non-judgmental zone. They need that.
I have often heard that our boys are what we as women, we as mothers make them. I've heard that, so many different times. And again, I didn't think of it, when I was raising I didn't think of it then, but I think of it now. And I think of it, and when you look, and I look at different, men that I've had relationships with, or men that I see my daughter have relationships with and things like that. And then when you are able to look back at their mother, at their upbringing, sometimes the light goes off like, right. Yeah. Now I understand. And now I get it. And that's, I don't know. It's twofold. It all works together. You know what I mean? It definitely all works together. I think that's amazing. I think you said that you did workshops and things like that about this, right?
So they are actually upcoming. So the book was released in March of 2023. Workshops will be upcoming in this year in 2024. The workbook is actually in process, and then it'll be going through editing and publishing over the next couple of weeks. So there will be a workbook that will go along with Raising Kings that gives some pages for moms to kind of work through some different tools and resources, some things kind of help you understand your son a little better as they're going through different emotions, things you can do to help build relationship with your son at different times through different ages. And so that workbook actually is near and dear to my heart. I kind of poured my soul into it just like I did with the book. So there will be workshops forthcoming that will tie, to the book and certain chapters. In March of 2024, there will be a Raising Kings mother and son formal sneaker ball coming up that I am working on. And the title of it will be called Chivalry is Not Dead, because our young men need to know how to really put on some clothes. We don't wear sweats every day. You need to know when it's time to put on some clothes and present yourself in a certain way. There's a way to do that. And this will give them that opportunity and to learn more about chivalry, through giving mom a corsage, some other things that we'll do throughout that sneaker ball. But it will be a fun time for moms to have a connection and some time, quality time with their sons. So that will be March 16th of 2024. And more details will be coming very, very soon.
And that's happening down in Charlotte, right?
It's happening in Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah. So surrounding areas, Charlotte, y'all come out, have a good time, good music, good food, good people, just a really genuine, loving environment.
I love that. I've heard, you always hear of daddy-daughter dances and things like that. You know what I mean? I don't think I've ever heard of a mother-son sneaker ball. That is amazing.
I've only heard about one or two. And so my goal is to do this. And that is actually the anniversary of the book. So that was my goal for doing that as well. I just want them to have a really good time and start to build that relationship with their sons. Once they get to a certain age, they tend to retreat to their rooms and things, and you feel like you don't know them anymore.
Yeah.
And so there are certain, things you can kind of do to kind of help as much as possible stay in their mind, stay front of mind, and give them their space, but also let them know that you're there and that relationship should still continue.
Absolutely. I agree. I love this. Tell them how they can reach out to you. I did put your website here in the comments, but just, tell them a little bit how to get in touch with you. And you already said what's coming up next. So how do they get in touch with you?
Yes. So I am Shumon, as you can probably see on my shirt, .com. And that's my website. I am on all social media platforms. So on Instagram, it's I_am_Shumon. On Facebook, it's I_am_Shumon. They wouldn't take my underscores on Facebook. And on TikTok, I am, again, I_am_Shumon. You'll learn more about me as an artist. Some vocal things are there. Some speaking things are there. I'm available for your panels, your women's empowerment events, to speak, to sing, any, relationship, family things. I'm there. 2024 will also bring Marriage Still Works, which is a book in the making, because I'm a huge marriage proponent as well. And so I'm definitely working on that for 24 as well. Busy year.
I love it. And I did put hey, DJ Ambition. He said, hey, y'all. I put the stuff inside.
Look, you said DJ Ambition.
DJ Ambition be rolling. That's our DJ. That's our DJ.
Oh, well, listen, DJ Ambition. Look up Shumon, The Difference. It's on Apple, Spotify, iTunes, Tidal. And listen to my song. Let me know what you think about it.
I'm gonna look it up too. Shoot. And I'm also gonna put, because I put your website. I did put the IG. I got to recopy and put the rest of your links in there, because we want people reaching out to you. We want to get the sneak. We want y'all reaching out. We want y'all at the sneaker ball, right? We want y'all listening to these songs, and we want y'all buying these books and raising these kings.
There is a message. There is a message that for our moms, for our young kings, we have a responsibility to them, whether their dad is in their life or not. That has no bearing on how you parent as a mom. They are completely separate.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I love it. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for getting up on here with me for a minute, right?
For having me. This was great. I hate we didn't have the last few more additional minutes. Again, like I said, that was my era, but I'm excited for this opportunity. It's been great speaking with you and the followers here at Victorious You Press.
Be on the lookout, y'all. We got things to come. Things to come, right? I know people, like I said, they probably getting on thinking it's Joan, but y'all got
me. You're great, Angela. I absolutely enjoyed this.
Thank you. And I look forward to speaking with you again. Again, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Bye. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.
My light is terrible, y'all, but it's okay because the sun is coming in, but we love the sun. That really was good. Y'all got to get that book, participate in that ball, click on her website, connect. What she's doing is important. You know what I mean? Our boys are important. If you are a boy mom, a grandmom, you know what I mean? You got grandsons. I do have 2 grandsons, and I have sons, so I think it's important to make sure that our boys and our men are raised and taken care of, and they out here not tainting the dating pool. Not tainting the dating pool. But again, this has been another episode of Author Spotlight. Y'all know I like to say until next time, y'all. So catch us again Fridays in the Books to Business and Beyond group. And this has been Angela Mitchell, not Joan T. Rando. Angela Mitchell, and I am the Director of Marketing and Advertising here at Victorious You Press. And I will see y'all next time.